Well done, Alan. Potential banana skin today, and conditions were awful, as we've come to expect at this time of year. But the team performed pretty well for all that 80 minutes. Maybe got dragged into an arm wrestle in that second half, but at least you came away with the spoils.
Yeah, I thought early on we were very professional and clinical in what we did, and really limited their field position. They had that one opportunity early on at 0-0, and Jimmy come up with a massive play just to put him in touch, and then say we kicked on, and at 10-0 we were in total control of the game. Obviously they then got the man sent off, and I thought that threw us a little bit. Obviously our changes, a couple of experienced middles coming off, but that should be no excuse really. And then we did get stuck into that battle, that arm wrestle that we wanted to avoid really, which played into their hands. But look, congratulations to them. They played a great game, and especially with 12 men. And like you say, there was opportunities today. There's teams have gone out yesterday. Teams have gone out in the round before us, and obviously TV picked it. But we're through, and the scoreline looks good as well.
Yeah, that second half got a little bit scrappy, and it was always going to be that way, wasn't it, with the conditions? And after a good performance in the first half and making very few mistakes, it became a bit error-ridden in the second half. Yeah,
it did, and their line speed was really good, and they did well against us round the ruck as well, so it was hard for us to attack, throw in the weather as well, and we could have been smarter, and that's what I spoke to them about half time. I was really disappointed with the second 20 minutes of the first half, and I spoke to the players about that, and I still feel that the first quarter of the second half we were quite dumb in areas, and didn't have much ball. For an example, we got a drop out, and then we've ended up knocking on and giving a penalty away and defending our line, and we did that a lot. Again though, the positive spin on that is that we defended very well. We've only let in 3 tries in 3 games now, and that looks really favourable on us, because it shows our defence and our systems are improving and getting better, and our attack will come. The more we get the right combinations and decide on them, and the more we play together, it'll be more of a cohesive unit, and that's something to look forward to, and hopefully it drying up as well.
And as you say, you weathered the storm for the first 20-25 minutes of that second half, and then scored 2 or 3 tries at the back end, and Jordan Pagger there comes in with 4 I think today.
I think so, yeah.
Is looking a good find.
Yeah, and he can play anywhere. He can play anywhere on the back line, and obviously Retz is our right winger, but Pagger's put himself in the frame, to play somewhere on the field, and he can play anywhere. He can play wing, full back, half or 9, and that is utility values. That's good. That's what we want. And he did come up with 4. Sorry, thought Render sort of bombed the 2-on-1 on one of them, and I thought Jack Mallison was very pivotal in those tries on that right edge today, and he deserved his try, and he had a hand in the other 4 that Jordan scored. So I'm really pleased with his performance as well.
So you're looking forward now to another round in a fortnight. You've got at least a week off, and be able to get things fixed up a little bit if there's anything that still needs developing, and then it's where do you go from there, because we've still got a month away from the season, haven't we? Are you still homing in on pre-season really?
Yeah, 100%. We'll sort of go back into pre-season mode, if you like, next week, and there'll be a lot of weights and a lot of conditioning next week, and we probably won't do much with the ball, and on the field. It might help the field repair as well, and then the week after we'll ball work and defensive work. It's hard to get the balance, but what I would say is we've had an ideal pre-season really. We've played a top League One side, a top academy / reserve side in Leeds, one of the best national conference teams, and we're going to play another top League One side in Swinton or North Wales. So, you know, if you sat down at the start of the season and you're picking games to prepare you, it'd look something like that. So we've been fortunate really with them draws, and like I say, we won't be too focused on the cup game next week, but the week after we will be. And like you say, depending on the outcome, we'll then have a month to sharpen up and start doing some more power work and some more speed work, and making sure that attack is more fluent and cohesive, and really nailing down a starting 17 for a trip to London Scholars on the 26th of March, I think it is.
You're looking at the pitch, and it's been heavy for all the 3 matches you've been talking about. Does that help fitness, or does that hinder what you're doing, and you're always heading your hands hoping that somebody doesn't pull a groin or a hamstring? It's
funny because when you're out of, obviously not out of day-to-day coaching, you don't worry about the weather as much, and I've started worrying about the weather and checking the forecast. I saw heavy rain, and it just, if there's going to be an upset, it is a leveller, and that's no disrespect to Siddal. We should be faster than them, and we should be more slick with the ball, and then when it's rainy and muddy, it's going to impact on that. So, you know, I was looking at this week, and I think last week helped prepare us playing in it, and like you say, the Keighley game, it was dry, but it's still quite heavy. So yeah, it is a concern, but it will help our fitness, and like I say, hopefully it will dry up. Our season starts mid-March, so we're going to play through the summer months. We are a footballing side, and when it is dry, you can expect some good rugby. But what have we done? We've scored 30 points today. We were up that plus 20s, weren't we, against Keighley and last week as well. So we're finding ways to score at the minute, and finding ways to get points, probably off the back of our defence. And if we can, marry that up with some good attack, we're going to be a tough team to beat. Well
done again today.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Siddal as well, because I think they put in a tremendous performance, especially when they were a man down.
Yeah,
and it
definitely
takes 2 sides to make a good game as well. So I thank them, and we'll see you in a fortnight's time.
Yes, thank them, and wish them luck for their national conference season. Like I said before, they played a great game, and the respect of our boys as well in the changing room, saying they're a really good and real tough side, and that can I'm sure they're going to have a good year under a new coach in their competition.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.